party. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I guess this is an interview because okay, now we're gonna direct to anybody watching this in Julie's channel or in my channel. Now there's an audience. Okay, nice. And Julie was one of my star students this past December in one of my month-long containers called the Mothership. And she's
Yes.
here to share her journey and who was her before the Mothership, what did she learn, what is she doing now, what were the blogs that you came with. I mean, she's such a successful and powerful woman herself in her line of work, so I was honored to receive her as a co-creator also. Yeah, so basically, what were you wanted to learn and what did you got out of it?
Mm. So the main thing that magnetized my being to you is abundance,
Oh,
and I felt there was realization that nothing will bring me happiness outside of myself,
oh,
and nothing that was already realized, and nothing is in fact creating any suffering from the outside. It's all coming from inside.
yes.
And is there an inside and an outside? We could get into that, but that's not really, it doesn't matter. The realization that I had was I am creating it. I am creating my own suffering, my lack of love, my lack of being understood. I'm creating it.
Nice.
So that turn came 2021. So when I started to listen to your video, what I found was really inspiring was realization doesn't mean you stop creating.
Yeah.
Because I
Good.
was at a place of insatisfaction with that, knowing I need nothing, I'm whole and fulfilled. That is awesome. And
Mm.
yet I am still here. What do I
Nice.
want to create?
Ah, yay, play. I love this. So you may say you can be a potential inspiration for the beings that are already self-realized. They found peace within themselves, and now they're embracing the juiciness of the creator nature.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Cool. So what did
That
you want it
makes
to?
my heart sing, like playing, creating what I want, even though I need nothing. To me, that's the sweet spot. I'm okay, I'm safe, but I'm excited because I'm here to create something from my heart.
Right. I love
So that's
that.
what brought me to you, because I was feeling a little bit stuck, as if this was wrong,
Mm.
that I want excitement. I want adventure. I want uh, a fulfilling intimate relationship. I want friendship. I want to create a business from my heart, from my value, from my excitement.
Oh, but you already
And
have one. You mean you wanted to refine it though?
refine it. Yes, because I do already have it. Yes, I wanted to refine it and relax. Do it in an easy, easy it comes
Right.
instead of trying. There
Um,
was a before I came to your container, there was fear of asking for my value,
I see.
fear of choosing with whom I want to work, as if I had to serve everyone for not a donation, but almost.
Yeah.
And I did not fully realize that my service is of value because
Nice.
it's done with integrity and and it is of value that
Of course.
my investment in myself on the relative experience can now be offered, but it has a price tag.
Yes. So
because I
you're a
don't need it.
perfect, yes, you don't need it. So you're a perfect example of what I call the modern mystic. It is you can be realized, you can be empty, you can be an enlightened being, but you can also be successful financially and in your craft
That's it.
and radiant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
because I was in fact already um, before realization, I was already successful financially.
Right.
So why would I have less now?
Yes, exactly. I love it. Where would I have
It
less? And I
doesn't
love
make
that.
sense.
I love this happens to a lot of realized people because of the old age of enlightened gurus, like sit in the Himalayas and do nothing and want nothing and be in the peace. But after a while, that whole like gets like, okay, what now?
Yes, it becomes like,
What do I do now? Cool. So, what were the key shifts after our container? What happened now after that month of deep
yeah.
exploration, 5 weeks?
The key shift, there are many. I found that one of the things that is very powerful with you that I'm now integrating in my work with others is to set intention.
Yes.
I had n- not fully realized how intention are powerful and how they bring the fear up. Because as you state the intention, if there is guilt, it's going to be stirred up. That's my experience that when I set an intention, there was guilt. Okay, I want to increase my price. Ugh, it's like
Ah, I
scary.
see. Yes,
And I love the fact that it made me more aware that it's not because there is realization that all fear are suddenly dissolved.
I
Some
see.
are, some aren't. It depends on the being. So some stuff may drop, but even though you know that it's all your imagination and you're playing all the role, it still can arise
Right. Somatic in the body. Okay. So you said,
somatically.
right.
Yes. So that's what I love is that you provided, that's how my perception, that how I perceived it is that you provided a method. You dare take the step, you ground the fear, you relax. There's a silence. The universe doesn't really respond immediately.
Yeah.
You relax into that silence, humble confidence, and then it appears.
Mm,
And because I did the step, I could prove that this is truth. That if I want to take a step, the mind says, oh, it's not going to work. No one will show up. You will be alone, blah, blah, blah. I take the step, there's a silence. And instead of saying, I have to run after client because they're not there, I just go do my aerobics in the basement because I love taking care of my body.
yes.
And then a few days pass and the calendar is filled.
Fuck yes.
So you gave the step and I was willing to try it.
Yeah, you're
So
such a
that's one
great
of the
student.
most, yeah, I just want to prove it.
Yes, and what it was, you were
I
a
think
great.
that's what you did.
I was like, this is how you do it. You're like, really? Okay, let's see if it works. You're like, it works.
Yeah, it works. And I could also feel the pride and the excitement. Oh, it works, it works, it works. And I was like, okay, ground that too.
Right. I see.
Because I learned some hard lesson in life prior where there was a lot of pride attached with the success and then the fear of losing it. And then again, we go on the roller coaster. So that too, ground that too, because that's your new standard, that's your new baseline.
I see
And
that.
that's so I think that's the crux of it is just stating the intention and feeling whatever feeling is attached to that. Am I believing that this is wrong, that I don't deserve it? And I also felt the power of embodiment because of your sharing about Neville Goddard as well, the
Yes.
power of embodying the energy I am worthy, I am worthy of, I am deserving, because everyone is deserving, and you receive what you believe you deserve to receive. And whole manifestation with the mind would be just like positive affirmation, but if it's not felt in the body, it doesn't work. So the embodiment, the feeling is what magnetize and create.
Yeah.
If
So
it's
you would,
not embodied, it's just the blah blah blah.
yeah, exactly. So you would say like the container helped you embody the teachings. It wasn't just theory.
Yes, your guidance mm, pointed to that. Like when you
Okay.
say it, does it feel true or does it still feel like I'm trying to convince myself?
Right.
And what is
That's
the
it.
difference between feeling it, allowing myself to feel this is truth, grounded? Like, and you speak a lot about the chakra, the root chakra, grounded in the root.
Yes.
And I was ready for that.
Yes.
Yes. So
Beautiful.
that's,
I
yeah, so
love
that's
it.
what I found in your teaching. And also, what I like is to lose the fear of lack and to lose the guilt of abundance.
Mhm.
With the distinction, that's my own perception, with the distinction that I'm not taking and taking and taking and not giving, so that it's an equal giving and receiving, that I'm allowed to take care of myself so that I can serve from a full cup.
Yes.
And
Beautiful.
abundance, that's what you brought also more in awareness, the a balance.
Cool.
Not only money wise, obviously abundance comes in all form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So which other forms shifted in your life, not only financially and energetically?
Um, well, I started a group coaching, which I never did before. Well, no, I did in small, non-official structure, but I gave it a structure, so I started to feel okay. I can offer this program, which I never did before, and I attached a price that was a little bit higher than the feeling I had would be safe.
Yes.
And I'm happy about that. So I'm happy offering it. I'm happy showing up for the course. It's not a burden. It's not like because I I am in integrity with the price I asked for.
Yes.
I could do that, and with my partner, I was able to stop resisting some of the energy arising or habitual response.
Nice.
And yeah, so it shifted from the outside a little bit, but most importantly from the inside.
Yes. I see. So you would say your partnership, romantic life also improved because of your
Yes,
response to it.
yes.
Nice.
Oh, and I booked to travel for the next 3 months, which is
Yay.
unusual. I started to feel into that's a little bit scary, but I started to feel into the more I spend, the more I receive,
Yes.
instead of feeling that I have to keep everything in case there's something will be missing.
Yeah, that's so in luck. Yeah, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so how would I be if it was already here? Like I bought a few things that I would never not buy before, and it's just so much fun with trust. So
Yes.
that's some other shift. And I think like you what also brought me to your teaching is you did test the field.
Yeah.
That's how you prove to yourself that trust, there is trust always.
Yeah. What I'm hearing is that you trusted it because I did it. It wasn't just talk.
Yes, I also did it to an extent before, but not to the extent that you did. Because I think you did it like really alone with nothing. You just
Yeah.
went all in.
The extent of it works or I die. Yes, crazy.
It works.
This is my mission. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you. Nice. Okay. So it improved your ability to give and receive money, to feel safe in your body, to increase prices, to your relationship with your romantic partner, your relationship with money, your relationship with travel, your relationship with trust. I mean, like amazing, keeps getting better, and you feel grounded in it without pride. So it's a humble confidence. Amazing.
That's it.
Okay, so who would you recommend this for? Who do you think would really benefit from this work?
Anyone that is ready to take a step outside of the comfort zone. Because
What?
without action, I'm not, I think it has to be matched with action. You have to dare take an action. Even if it's a small one, it doesn't have
Right.
to be big. Like there can be quantum leap, but there can be small leap with another small leap, another small leap, and the next thing you know, you have done a quantum leap in a 10 step.
Yeah, I love that. Like, boom, your reality.
Yeah,
Nice.
anyone that is ready to set an intention and take an action to match it, to see their life change for the better. Anyone that has enough, that is done with lack and suffering, is really tired of it and exhausted, or is already knowing that they can trust life, that they can co-create with life, taking the first step, and next step will be shown. If someone is
Mm.
resonating with that, that would be, and those I'm feeling are the same people that I work with. I'm
Beautiful.
describing myself.
Isn't
Aren't
it
we all?
all? Aren't we all ourselves? I'm like, who's speaking? One of the beings in the two bodies. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, learn, teach, learn. And I really love your
Teach,
willingness
learn.
for alchemizing. Nice. I
I
really
think my path was that I was done. I was done with suffering and harmony. That is all the only thing that I wanted when I found non-duality, or non-duality found me. But I never was looking for non-duality to not have a life. I
exactly.
mean, I
I love
want to
that.
have a life. I want to be happy. I want to be inspired and on an eternal adventure. I was not looking for that to not have a life. So anyone that
Exactly.
may have realized effortless being but wants to step into the unknown with curiosity, with trust, that would be the place to, that's the person that I would recommend it.
Yes.
Because
Beautiful.
I love waking up being excited about the day. Like
Yes.
waking up
Being like,
being, "Way, let's see what will happen," because I have no opinion. But at the same time, I'm taking inspired action because I like to be alive and participate.
exactly. Become the thing, the whole thing would be become an active participant of your reality.
Yes, yes. The conscious co-creator of your reality. Conscious creator.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so I think you brought a lot of clarity about no leaking of energy, and
Hmm.
that any leaking, there's a karmic attachment or I call them the hidden benefit. Why
Oh,
am I still
nice.
doing something that doesn't that I why am I compromising here? What is the benefit that I'm getting and why am I looking at it find it outside of myself still? So
Nice.
I think that you're bringing a lot of clarity about that, like being even more conscious.
Okay, so you're saying that you also found places where you were leaking your energy out of fear or attachment to outcome.
Yes, or the need to be loved or valued and have a result, produce
Right.
something.
Yeah, when you find out that there's nothing to create, and you don't care about the outcome and you're just doing it for joy, then that was easy to raise prices and serve people from a higher space of fun and joy.
Yes, yes, because there's absolutely no one to help.
There's so much to love. Yes. I'll play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no purpose of producing anything that's residing there.
that's really advanced. I love that. Like Nisargadatta Mahara, the world you're trying to save or heal doesn't even exist. That embodiment, it's like,
Yeah.
wow. I choose the souls that I see crystallize my reality as my potential clients or students. And they
Yeah.
exist because I choose to focus my awareness in that world. But if I focus my awareness in another world, then different souls appear. So
Exactly. That's it. Yeah. So, oh, and I started to cancel things, yeah, from my calendar because I became more conscious with you. Why am I doing this activity? It's not, if it's not fun, there's absolutely no reason to do it.
I love that. I do that too. Sometimes I'm just like decline. I'm like, oh, but I can do it. Maybe I do like with a check mark. I'm like, activity this? Maybe. And I choose in the moment.
Yeah. So it becomes more and more conscious creation. Every thought, every energy, every intention, every why am I doing it? It's okay to try. I don't like it as much as I thought I would. So let's just drop that. There's no attachment
Mm,
to it has to be this way and there's a structure, less and less structure.
I love that. Yeah. Although it's so super structured because there's no structure. It's like you're so structured
Yes.
behind the scenes that
Yes.
then it feels like there's no structure.
Yes. Yes, that's something that I'm getting more and more out of our sharing together. That's it. There is a structure, but it's not an apparent one. It's effortless.
Yes, it happens with ease. So you would say like your reality now is way more playful, easeful, adventurous, abundant, light, right?
Yes. Yes, 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 way more because even I mentioned that I will travel, but the planning of the travel is the fun
Yes, gotcha.
while I'm doing it. It's not like, oh, I can't wait to be there. That was dropped before we met, but it's more alive that I can really have fun planning something to nourish myself. And then that energy is available when I work with people because I feel excited, I feel alive, I feel I am here, I'm living it.
Yeah.
So, yes, so I can listen to what do I need to, con- it's like I call it to surf on top of the wave.
Yeah.
And if I deny myself what feels joyful for my personality, for some people it would be something else. For me, traveling is really fun. If I deny myself that,
Yeah.
I don't feel that I surf on top of the wave. So I need to be on top of the wave
Yeah, if not,
to
it
be have
drops
any
you.
kind of support.
Yeah, you gotta be
Yeah.
excited yourself so it radiates to others. Lovely, lovely, beautiful. I mean, there's so much we could say or not say, but I feel it's obvious. It's just perhaps the guilt. What about let's touch on the topic of guilt. Why do you think it's so hard for people to just like own their worthiness?
Yeah, the guilt is really subtle sometimes. It may not be like very, very, very obvious. I guess there is the belief that if one of the belief that is predominant in the human consciousness right now is that if I have someone, I take it from someone else. The belief that there is a limited resource
Nice.
and that it's wrong to have more than someone else.
I see that.
But also, and I would like your feedback about that. I feel it's also because there's an imbalance that some are accumulating because of fear, and they're just like hoarding,
Nice.
and that
They don't
some
they don't open up the bulb for it to keep flowing out.
yes, that's it. Yes, it's like for me, it feels like what I receive, even if when I take care of myself, I give it back because I don't like hoard everything that I am in fear of not having enough.
So now you know that there's more than enough.
There's always more than enough now.
Grounded in
If
your
we refer
body.
to yeah, yeah, yes, and probably it comes with also having no attachment to what it is that I do really. So if I have no
Exactly.
attachment, then I can do anything and it's fine. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like doesn't mean that I will do anything, but I could. So I can survive.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's no opinion of how will I survive.
Yeah, I see that. It's the conviction that you survive because of the field itself.
Yes. And there is no need that it has to be in one way or another. Yet it's okay to have a preference.
Yes. And then it's okay to thrive too. When we pass that, like, oh, I can survive without fear. Now I can thrive without fear.
Yeah. So where is the guilt from? What are your reflection about that? Why is there guilt of shining and
Deservingness is just perhaps it's really past life. With a lot of clients, even if I don't tell them I work with their past lives, and even if they don't remember, is the abuse of power or the feeling that they won't do good with it. Same thing, abuse of power. Like, oh, if I really allow myself to have this much, then I won't do good with it. I would abuse the power, the people, the money, the but when you have, that's the key, when you have pure intentions, that's why the beauty of what we said at the beginning, when you purify your intention, where am I coming from? What am I going to do with all these abundance, wealth, love, adventure? Then you're like, oh, I deserve it because when I have it, then I'm going to distribute it properly to not only support myself, but the rest of the field. So when people like grasp that
yeah,
realization and embody it, they're like, oh, I deserve it. But they need the
yeah.
same momentum in the positive from the negative momentum of the karmic imprint that they have of, I'm guilty, I don't deserve it, I should be, I don't know, getting by.
Mm. And how do you get that positive momentum when it's
The work, the play. That's what we do. That's why they need us. You or me.
yeah.
I mean, they can
Yeah,
do
so
it.
one of the things that was discussed in this conversation is to take a step because I like the principle of integrate as you go. So
Yeah,
there's realization. I'm not my thought. I'm not my emotion. Okay, integrate as you go. There, take a step to prove to yourself that you don't have to live in the one track mind. It's always been this way. It's going to continue this way. What
right.
if you insert a glitch in the
In the
movie?
Matrix. Glitch in the Matrix. Oh, what happens if I jump from this timeline to here? Yeah, that's the beauty of getting with somebody like me or you for this work because they need somebody that's embodied in that conviction to transfer the conviction to raise the field because it can take they can do it by themselves, but it takes way longer.
That's it. Okay, that's where you we come with the accelerator. It's an
Yeah.
accelerator agent because the
Yeah, that's
conviction is there, and we're speaking from humble confidence is really a balance of staying in your power, but not it's not power over being,
hmm
and it keeps the pride to rest.
yeah. It's like a fun
Yeah,
character. It's like a self-concept, like, oh, I'm gonna play like I'm this
yeah,
character. But in the end it's just emptiness. When we like when we just got in the car, when you are with another being that can abide in emptiness, there's nothingness. You're just like an empty puppet, like you know. It's like, what are we doing? Oh, okay. It's like a baby because we trust each other and there's innocence. And that's what people
yeah,
get when they finally pay me or you. When they're in the field, they're like, oh, now they get the innocence. But that's the beauty of the constructed character, the pride. At least in my work, I use it to deal with people's egos. But that's not my true self. I'm just like playing the role to see if they qualify, like, oh, are you gonna get hooked with the pride and be like, that bitch?
yes, yes. And oh, and that's one thing that I felt was powerful in your container. I um i detected an energy of yes, great, and so what? And then you're like, uh and the discomfort is arising. And that's something that you to do this, there has to be a clear field of I'm not trying to do anything here. I'm reflecting for your benefit, but it's not gonna be comfortable. And if you
Yes,
can meet the discomfort, you'll grow. So it's like always being humble. Am I humble enough? Do I want it enough
I
to
love that.
receive the reflection? And if I can, I advance in the
Yeah.
seeming play of advancing somewhere while knowing we're not going anywhere.
It's so it's so accurate. That's what it is. In the seeming play of advancing somewhere. Yeah, yeah, we're always there. It's a perfect rose unfolding in imperfection. Yeah, we can always keep getting like new tools and gadgets and prettier things and prettier adventures and prettier relationships and things like that. But yeah, it's perfect now. But I love that you mentioned that because that's another requirement for to me my ideal soulmate clients to have humility, receptivity, and know like it's of their benefit to, hey, I'm willing to show you the distortion because I know that's going to get me where I want it. And I want it so bad. I'm willing to show myself. And the
Yeah,
pride is what takes them out of the potential to work with me. It's like if they have the pride, they don't see my real self. They see the dragon, and it's like whoop, back at them.
yeah,
So that's the filtering
yeah,
system. Yeah,
yeah. So I feel it's really done consciously on your part.
yeah. Thank you.
That's why then there's a yeah, there's a knowing that there can be trust because it's done from purity of the heart. It's not done from a distortion of me or
Yeah. Oh, that's so
yeah.
sweet. I
That's
mean, who
that's
else?
the huh?
Who else would you want to work with? You want to work with people that are receptive and loving and that are going to integrate it and be success stories like you.
Yes.
What else would we do
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm moving to how can I say this? Yeah, co-creating and being excited, and that's the people I want to work with, those that are ready to see what if I let go of my self-concept, what if I dare, what if I try, what if I and 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 also the letting go of the fear of lack. I I feel that we're here to explore, create, and be in joy. And if there is too much selflessness, it's not balance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's a refinement. I like to work with people that are in the refinement where
Yeah.
it gets more subtle, but there's still refinement that has
Yeah. Yeah.
to come to a balance. I call it like it's a pure selflessness and selfishness at the same time.
Yeah.
It's so yeah, I like
Eternal
to work
paradox.
with anyone that is ready for embodiment, for I'm tired of just thinking about it. I want to be it.
Funny, I can see like these hippies meditating, like I'm done thinking about it. I should do something for my life. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so where can people find you if anybody from my channel or even your channel would like to work with you?
The easiest way is my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and I have a link to a website. That's funny too, because your podcast is through porn, eh?
Yes, fruit porn.
And my website is through bakery.
I mean, they're both needed.
Yes.
See what happening. Oh my god. I'm so excited to do in-person retreats. It's gonna be fun. In-person at
Oh, nice.
SAGs.
You will do that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. When?
Pretty soon. Perhaps you can be
Soon?
a guest speaker. Can happen.
Oh, wow. I'd be honored. Keep me
Nice.
informed when
Yes.
and where.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Wow.
I just see
And
I just see all the speakers laughing. Everybody in the audience. Everybody in the audience, like we're still lecturing. We're like, just get the frequency. Between the lines, not what we're saying. Okay.
yeah. Was there anything that was supposed to happen? Nothing is happening. Just eating popcorn.
Yes.
Mm,
And then they go out and they're like,
laughing.
damn, I gotta change my whole life. I'm like, yep, that was it. Cheers.
Oh, I found an interest just before we end. Yeah, I hear that sometimes I hear some people say like I went to a retreat with Joe Dispenza,
Yeah.
and I'm super fired up, when I get out of there, and then I have a backlash
Mm.
after because I'm feel stuck. So the energy is revealed, felt, and then it doesn't carry in the life experience. So I I find value in working with someone on more than just one meeting, and that brings me back to the container, because the
Yes.
container I did with you was 5 weeks, twice a week. And I find that twice a week is kind of a sweet spot to maintain the vibration, because a
Yes.
week is a little bit long in between. So when someone works, I like to work with people where there's a continuity for a certain amount of time, because I see there's most beneficial to stabilize something or keep it alive so that then they can continue on their own.
Yeah.
Do you find there's a value in that you make the field is maintained
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
with
I
an
mean, like,
anchor?
it's important. That's what I do 2 calls every week because, as you say, 1 week in between calls is too long. So we can really, it's like we got an private jet. And I'm like, we have to really go fast in the private jet. So it's every 2 weeks. And after, some people are easy and they're like, okay, I got what I needed, and they want to keep going by themselves. Some people just get into the one-on-one personal mentorships, and I still have two people from the container in the private mentorships because they want to keep refining. Some people just
That's yeah.
wait a month and then they book one session to like touch base, but everybody knows what they need. Depends on like what's
Yeah.
their focus. Yeah.
Yes. So that's what I did. I booked a few one-on-one after
Yeah.
to yes. And it's quite magical because integration happens on its own, ongoing. Once
Yeah.
you are ignited, something is ignited, and then integration happen on its own.
Right. Like if they trust, they can keep taking action by themselves and like beautiful. But if they want to keep having accountability and deeper reflections, then I mean, it's endless. It's perfect now, but it always can get better and deeper and juicier and yummier and more abundant and more
Yeah,
exciting and
more
more
free.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no ceiling to that.
Yeah, there's no ceiling. It can always be better.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, wow. Yeah.
Yes, and the mind brings all kind of sorts of lending. Any kind of lending is not it. Like the lending of I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm
Mm.
okay. Yes, I'm okay. But
But are
yeah,
you
it could
static?
be, yeah,
Yeah.
are
But
you
are you
static?
waking up with like rainbows and unicorns? It's a metaphor, but like, are you
Yeah,
waking up like, wow, I'm so excited for my day? Like, that's what I want to bring to people. They wake up like, wow.
yeah.
Yeah. And some people, I'm helping them wake up not angry or not sad. That works too. But it's a whole process.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. The less when the sadness and the anger is I'd say out of your system or like mostly out. Of course the joy is more naturally there. But
Yeah.
excitement, it's another step. Like it's like even more, yeah, expansion has no limit. And that's also one of the realization I had is that I was at a place of kind of lending. I'm okay, but I was attracted to your field because I want more than that.
Course. I mean, I think
And
people stay in the I'm okay because they're scared to fail. They're like, I'm gonna say I'm okay because if I tell you that I really want more, I think I won't
mm,
get it or I won't deserve it. So if they claim it, now they have the risk of I may fail. So
yes,
if you can pass by the belief like I may fail, then you're ready to pursue it. And then you won't fail because it's impossible
yeah,
to fail. I mean, at least in my
yeah,
field, it's
yes,
impossible.
yes.
Yeah.
The belief I might fail or the guilt, it's wrong. I have enough. It's
Yeah.
all the subtlety of the mind hijacking our unlimitedness.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yes. So, well, yeah, people can find me on the YouTube, on my website through bakery.com for now. It's alive for now. And they can find you on the
Right.
YouTube, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't even
And
know what it is.
Instagram.
Yeah, I'm like, what it is? Oh, yeah, I think it's Nicole Ortega, and Instagram is Nicky Ortega with two Y's. But if you get in YouTube, you get the links, and the podcast is called Truth Porn, David Hawkins and Neville Goddard's Child. It's like, that's me.
Yeah, that's one other thing that magnetized myself to you is David Hawkins was really I listened to his audiobook. It was really important for me. And I discovered Neville Goddard a while ago, but I had some resistance
Yeah.
because I needed to feel I'm okay. I don't need nothing.
Yeah, I love that you touched that point because that's what I merged them. I mean, I'm Ananda Maya's math child because I mean, I literally look like her, but I think that's kind of obvious, so I don't use it for marketing purposes. So why I mix Neville Goddard? It's because Neville Goddard embodies the modern mystic, the enlightened
Yes.
billionaire, the and Hawkins is my favorite mystic, my favorite ascended master. Yet he was frugal. he was like, live above your means, or like, don't spend much, or I don't need any, like, and I'm like, well, I don't resonate with that. Like, I resonate with everything else because of the whole addiction thing. But I'm like, Neville Goddard is like, embody the rich man and you would be rich. So I'm like, if I combine
Yeah.
both of them,
Yeah.
perfection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for me, it looks like I have no fixed identity, so there is no one that is worthy or not worthy because there is just being. And at the same time, I am worthy, I am here, I have a human experience, and I want it to be magical and adventurous, and it's okay too.
Yeah.
So it's to not land into any kind of non-dual comfort blanket.
I love that comfort blanket. That comfort blanket. And actually, yesterday I found a video of Hawkins where he talks about being an enlightened millionaire. He's like, that's the same thing as being a monk in the Himalayas. And it's the first one I found. So perhaps I send it to you after we finish the interview. I'm like, wow, he did say it. Oh.
Yeah.
The calibration was so high. I was like, whoa, really? Yes. I'll send the link.
Yeah, and yeah, I also manifestation changes, and the time of someone is bringing us food because we reside in bliss. Maybe it's not now. Maybe
Yeah.
it's okay to have a life to enjoy because we all want happiness. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
And
And yeah,
it's like the sweet spot of there is happiness when the illusion of finding it outside is dropped. And at the same time, it doesn't mean that you're not going to find anything outside. It's like it's both the sweetness of that there is happiness and there is finding it outside as well on top of it. It's like the cherry on the sundae.
yeah. Beautiful. It's a cherry on the top. And I think like people that have lived both of those experiences. But I mean, in my case, I've been with nothing and experiencing the Hawkins teachings of people literally bring you food, people offer you shelter, people like, and I have lived
Mm.
lavishly and now I'm living in really successful financially. And so I wasn't happier. I'm not like happier now than I
No.
was when I had nothing. It was really, I mean, it was so fun. I felt so loved. I created like this beautiful community. Everybody was supporting each other. Like it was a different lifetime. This is just a different video game. I'm like, it's not
Yeah.
that I'm happier.
Yeah.
I'm just playing a different role and they're both equal and the same. Like,
Yes, yes, that's it. And that's one other thing that transpired through being around you and meeting you is what movie do you want to play in? They're
right,
all available. And none of it is better or worse. It's your choice. What is it that you
right.
truly want? What does your heart want? What is your core value? What is igniting your passion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I
So
like to
it's
call,
not that the movie is better, it's just maybe it's more this is what I want to play in now. It doesn't have
yeah,
to be forever. I mean, it can change. It could be
right.
frugal and it would be fine too. There's no right and wrong. It's just what do I really feel and want now from being aligned with the heart. I also like the prior to becoming aware of David Hawkins and non-dual realization, I was listening to an audiobook. It's called a creation frequency.
Cool.
And the creation frequency is the heart resonance, is gratitude. He was infusing his vision with gratitude. I am so grateful that the people I work with find happiness in working with me. I'm so
Yeah.
grateful that being bringing the quality of gratitude because I always did it unconsciously. I would visualize something and then it would appear. it's like I knew I did it, but I didn't do it consciously enough.
Right.
And I was doing it from a sense of lack prior, which I have to have this to be happy. Now it's the inverse. I'm happy, but I'd love to see this take form. So let's bring it to life. So it's quite different.
Yeah.
And it's done with the happiness of the whole, for the happiness of the whole, not for my own neediness.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's empty. I also live that life, empty my castle by myself and all the servants and all the foods and all that. And I'm like, if it's not shared with others, it's empty. And also oversharing, it's exhausting. So it's like
That's it.
balance, balance.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for coming into my existence.
Oh, thank you for coming into my existence and for being such a wonderful student and teacher. Because I also learned from you. I learned from all my students, and for your success and your presence, and for being a ripple effect in the matrix for all the beings that are consciously working with you and the ones that are going to find this and keep working with you and find that gem that you have to offer them because it's
Yes.
fun.
And to you. Yes. And same to you. Yes, it seems to be for now I found my they called my X when you stand on your X. Have you
Ah,
ever heard this?
cool. No, but I just picture like a sword, like my
Yeah,
axe.
it's like we say that in French mostly. It's when you find what is effortless for you, whatever
Yes.
that might be, and you are in your
Cool.
X.
X, you're helping people find their X so they can be in effortless joy. I love that for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Well, thank you everybody to all the viewers, audience, listeners, and angels and
yes, I forget
archangels in
about
the
that.
field. Yeah,
Thank
like
you for
we're
the
being
field.
watched. And yeah, you
Yes,
can.
find the yeah, and all of the it's funny, I was about to say my audience. I'm like, what's that? The audience. There seemingly are people watching the YouTube channel that got created through me because I wasn't there. When
And
it
if you
happened.
want this level of joy, I mean, that's an example. Nothing we said. It's like this level of joy. Now you know where to find us. You resonate with Truth
Yeah,
Bakery or Truth Porn. Now you have the links.
yeah. Great. Thank you,
Hmm.
Nikki.
Thank you, Julie. Mwah.
Well, bye.